When it comes to finding the best monitor for PS5, there are a ton of options, with many more on the way in 2021. The PS5 is still very young, and as we've seen with previous iterations, the surrounding technology has to seemingly play catch up and mold to the game-changing power of a new console release. When it comes to PS5 visuals, even though the pull to the familiar living room staple of a big TV is strong, many players seem to be gravitating towards gaming monitors, which provide not only stunning visuals, but incredibly smooth gameplay too, along with a relatively more affordable price tag at times. Let's dive into some of the standout monitors available right now. Links to all discussed monitors are in the description, so you can visit them for more information. Starting our list with ASUS VP28UQG. The PS5 is capable of 4K and 120Hz. But the reality is that relatively few games will be capable of achieving both at the same time. That's doubly true of the latest and most graphically intensive games. You're not going to get close to 120Hz running at 4K. So, if you fancy 4K and can't stretch to a high refresh monitor, the ASUS VP28UQG could be just the thing. Priced around $240 or £240, it's remarkably affordable for a 4K 28-inch panel. And thanks to an HDMI 2.0 interface, it's fully compatible with the PS5. ASUS has also included DisplayPort 1.2 connectivity, so this monitor will happily tag team with a PC too. Along with no support for 120Hz refresh, HDR capability is also conspicuous by its absence. But, again, most so-called HDR monitors aren't truly capable of HDR visuals. Likewise, what does matter for many gamers is the speed in terms of pixel response. Here the ASUS VP28UQG scores with its 1 millisecond capable TN panel. Grant, TN tech isn't the best when it comes to colors, contrast, and viewing angles. But you'd be surprised just how close it now comes, while maintaining an edge over IPS and VA technology for pure speed. At number 2, it's BENQ EW3270U. If you want premium 4K visuals at an affordable price, you could do a whole lot worse than the BENQ EW3270U. Okay, it's an older model, and not a true HDR display, even though it will process an HDR input. But thanks to its VA panel, it has fantastic 3001 static contrast and seriously punchy colors. Of course, at this price point, you're not going to get 120Hz support. Likewise, variable rate refresh is not on the menu. Oh, and VA panels are not the last word in pixel response either. If that makes the BENQ EW3270U sound like a bum choice, you do get all 3840 by 2160 pixels and really nice core image quality in a generous 32-inch package. At this price point, you'd normally expect to find 27-inch 4K monitors. Throw in a slim bezel design that looks far more expensive than it is, and it's a very compelling overall package. Okay, it's a compromise, the EW3270U. It doesn't unlock all the PS5's capabilities, most notably that sweet, smooth 120Hz refresh. But something's got to give at this end of the market, and if 4K is a priority, the BENQ is well worth a look. At number 3, it's ASUS CG32UQ. It's refreshing to see monitors dedicated or at least aimed at console gaming, making solid appearances in 2020. And this is a seriously great console monitor that will be in with a shout for best PS5 monitor lists across the internet this and next year. The CG32UQ is a console-focused gaming monitor and has serious gaming pedigree and stock behind it, coming from ASUS. It is a little expensive, but you get some serious monitor, tech, and performance for your money. Its main headline, if you will, is that it is a 32-inch 4K VI panel monitor. This is incredibly useful, right off the bat, as it'll make transitioning from a 4K TV that many consoles are currently hooked up to easy to undertake. You'll still get the same resolution and, extra importantly, the effects of HDR as the CG32UQ has a display HDR 600 rating. This HDR excellence is backed up by glorious colors and contrasted gained by the monitor's 95% DCI-P3 rating and a contrast ratio of 3001. On top of that, you will still get some of ASUS's quality monitor techs as standard. FreeSync, GameFast mode, AuraSync lighting, flicker-free pictures, and a very handy remote control. At number 4, it's Samsung CRG5 24-inch. On a tight budget? Don't panic. Because it's actually possible to bag a high-refresh 1080p monitor with a curved premium panel from one of the biggest brands in the business. And all for under $150 or £150. We give you the Samsung GRG5 in 24-inch trim. The highlights start with a 24-inch curved VA panel. It's not HDR compliant. But thanks to the 3001 contrast, it's actually capable of more dynamic range than many monitors that claim HDR capabilities. It also sports a 1800R curve for added immersion. Predictably, at this price point, we're talking 1080p rather than 4K. But then if you want that super smooth high refresh experience, you're not going to get it at 4K likewise, at 24 inches this is hardly a huger cinematic screen. But, once again, something has to give to hit this level of affordability. As a gaming-focused monitor, it has several additional gaming-friendly features including low input lag mode. If there is a catch, it's probably pixel response. Samsung quotes 4 millisecond, which isn't too shabby. However, that's a great time, and this is a VA panel, so expectations in terms of pixel speed probably need to be kept in check. At number 5 it's ViewSonic VX2768-PC-MHD. The 27-inch panel sports a tight 1500R curve for that immersive, wraparound feel, and is based on VI technology. The implications of VI tech include outstanding static contrast of 3001, plus punchy colors and good viewing angles. A technology used to suffer from poor pixel response. But the latest generation of panels is much improved. Consequently, ViewSonic reckons the VX2768-PC-MHD is good for 1 millisecond response times. The kicker, of course, and the key enabler of high frame rates is the 1920 by 1080 as opposed to 4K native resolution. It is a significant step down versus 4K when it comes to detail and sharpness. But 1080p is still 2 million pixels, and for fast-paced games, the improved response and buttery smooth frame rates are arguably more important than the pixel count. You don't get HDR support either. But then true HDR was never going to be available at this ultra-aggressive price point. In short, this monitor represents an awful lot of high refresh fun for the money and makes a neat, underrated PS5 monitor contender. With that, we come to the end of the review. We hope you'll find something from this review that works well for you. Until next time, have fun.